iOS just released tons of new Apple Calendar features in iOS 27. That's why in this video, I wanted to show you every single one of them so you can maximize the potential of your iPhone in 2026. Now let's get started with the most powerful feature, which is natural language event creation. So as you can see, instead of create an event, it now says describe an event. What that basically means is that you can now create an event with natural language and it will do everything for you. Let me show you how it works because it's absolutely incredible. Let's go ahead and write dinner with Robert at tofu. So a couple things happened here. As you can see, it recognized everything from dinner, it recognized Robert, and it recognized tofu. So you can see I can tap on tofu, it's already selected, and I can either select both of the restaurants. In this case, it is this one right here. It automatically added my location. I can tap on Robert, and as you can see, it is now giving me Robert's exact email address, which I've now blurred, but it's also giving me his full name, which I can quickly tap on that, and it will automatically invite him to the calendar. I can tap on dinner as well, and it's suggesting me a time. In this case, it thinks that I'm in the US. We eat dinner a lot later here, but I could still even naturally create, for example, and say at 9. And it automatically changes that time at 9, as you can see. Boom. Just like that, I've now tapped on that, as you can see, and it did everything. Look at this. 9 p.m. add tofu, and it invited Robert as an invitee. I can tap on that, and as you can see, if I now create it, boom, it is right there, and it created everything with just me speaking a natural language. So a couple things that you need to know about this feature. The best way that it works is as soon as you write a word, for example, the word lunch, it will add a suggested time and it will add a bunch of suggestions. If you tap on space, it will remove it, as you can see. So you have to delete and tap on it just like that, and it will automatically add the time. Also, what happens when you write a name that there's multiple in your contacts? For example, I can tap on Alex. As you can see, I've got a couple different Alexes inside of my contacts, so I can quickly tap on him in particular, and it will add it. So my tip is basically keep tapping on the suggestions. If you don't tap on anything, for example, I just wrote the other prompt, dinner with Robert at tofu Girona at 9, I can tap this right here and it will automatically also generate everything. As you can see, I tapped on done. It did get the time right, but it didn't invite Robert. It didn't add the location. So make sure to keep tapping on the suggestions in order for all of these features to work. Keep in mind that Apple Intelligence will automatically recognize the following: the event title, in this case, dinner, the date, the time, the location, and the person you're inviting. Now, there is a couple ways to customize what I've just shown you. Now, you gotta go inside of your iPhone settings, scroll to the bottom where you see apps, and then tap on calendar. And if you scroll to the very bottom, you'll have these two new toggles: location suggestions and smart event detail. Now, basically what this will do is if you turn this off and you go back to your calendar and you add a new event, as you can see, it's not saying describe an event anymore. It's simply giving you the title. So as always, like meeting with John, it won't give you any suggestions. It will simply let you create the title like we've always had inside of Apple Calendar. What I recommend is turn these settings on because I feel like they're an incredible feature and it works extremely well. But maybe you're in the case where you don't like this feature at all and you want to get rid of it. Well, that's where you find it inside of settings. Now, another new feature in iOS 27 is this right here. You can now mark yourself as busy or as free. Now, I know this is a feature that has been available in Google Calendar and most important calendar software, but I'm not going to complain that it's finally here in Apple Calendar. What this basically means is if someone is inviting you to an event or a meeting, they'll know if you're free or if you're busy. If you want to know where you can find that, you can simply tap on your event, scroll to the bottom, and as you can see, you can tap on show as, whether as free or as busy. The next incredible new feature in iOS 27 is this little icon right here. You can either describe an event, as I've just shown you, or you can tap on this little icon right here. And what that will do is open up the camera, and more specifically, the new Siri mode. Now, what I'm gonna do right now is imagine you're out in the street and you're presented with this poster of LA Fest with these artists, and you've got the time right here and the date. If you open up the new Siri mode, it should automatically, there it is, I can tap on add to calendar, which is this little icon right here, and it is now loading the calendar details. And as you can see, it did a bunch of things, which is just absolutely incredible. Using Siri AI, it automatically added the exact date. I'm just double checking for it. I'm seeing that it worked perfectly well. Sunday, June 14th, 2026. It got that. It got the exact title of the festival, LA Mini Fest, location, Harvard and Stone. It got that right. And this is amazing. I've actually never seen this happen, but it actually got all of the details, which is basically all of the artists that will be available in that festival. It is absolutely incredible the way that this works, and it works so incredibly well. You now have visual intelligence with the new Siri mode on camera. We've had that in the past, but we've never had that within Apple's native Apple Calendar app. It's a very, very cool new feature. This visual intelligence feature not only works inside of Apple Calendar or in real life in a poster. Let's say you have something saved inside of your photos, like this Olivia Rodrigo World Tour. I can tap on this little icon right here, and if I tap on it, I get a bunch of information. For example, if I want to go to Olivia's website. But if I tap on more, there you go, it should show me all of the different dates that are for the world tour. And if I tap on that, I can, in this case, it didn't add Olivia Rodrigo, and it didn't add all the details, but it did get all of that date. If you do want to add all the dates, there's also a new feature, which is obviously the Siri AI voice assistant itself. Let's say you're scrolling through Instagram and you find this event that you like. You can hold on Siri AI and ask it to add it to your Apple Calendar. For example, can you add the Madrid event in my calendar?
I've added the Shark Ibiza Espagiris Madrid event to your calendar for August 20th, 2026.
So as you can see, it did a bunch of things. As always, it's now listening to me, so let me pull that down. So first off, it did recognize what this was, right? It recognized that this was the title. I asked it to save the Madrid event, so it was constantly searching for Madrid, which is this one right here. So it did create that title in that specific date. Let's go ahead, and if it did, in fact, add it, there it is. Boom. Just like that, directly with a simple Instagram post, I've now saved that to my calendar. Siri AI can also find previous messages that are related to the calendar and find things for you. For example, what was that restaurant that I recommended Robert the other day? Find it and add it in my Apple Calendar for tomorrow at 10 p.m. That's pretty complex. Let's see if it actually works. It should.
I found a message to Robert where you recommended Bacalupa restaurant.
Come on. That is exactly the one that I was thinking, and it added that to my calendar. So not only did it find it in my iMessage, and then it brought it to the maps, but then it also created to the Apple Calendar. This is awesome. You can also now ask Siri to create multiple events instead of one by one. Let me show you. Can you add a meeting with John tomorrow at 10 a.m. and a dinner with Lucas at 8 p.m. on Wednesday?
I've added your meeting with John tomorrow at 10 a.m.
It supposedly did that, so let's see if it did actually work. Let me go ahead and add on the list view. Meeting with John, it did create that. And then on Wednesday, we should have a dinner with Lucas. Yes, it did create both. As you can see, you can ask Siri to create multiple events. So when you're driving, for example, with CarPlay, and you're thinking about something, you can quickly add it, or you can use the Apple Watch with Siri AI as well to also create multiple events. There's multiple occasions where Siri AI can really be useful for this, not only on iPhone, but also other devices that you already own. You can also provide it information and it will update everything for you. You don't even have to do the description. You can do it within an actual event. Can you add a location for this event? I want it to be Tofu Girona, the restaurant, and I want you to change the time from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. and also invite Robert to this event. That was a lot as well.
Just to confirm, you want to move dinner with Lucas to Wednesday, August 12th, 2026 at 10 p.m. in calendar?
Yep, look at that.
I've updated your event. It's now scheduled for 10 p.m. at
Perfect.
12, and I've invited Robert Ortiz.
Perfect. Did it add the location? Yes, it did. I mean, come on. This is incredible. Another incredible feature in iOS 27 are Apple's brand new large widgets in our home screen. And Apple Calendar also has one, and I wanted to show you because they're absolutely awesome. As you can see, we now have small, medium, large, and then we've got the large one looks like this, but we now have an incredible extra large one, which is this one right here. And as you can see, when you go on your home screen, it will take up the whole space, making it extremely useful. Now you can customize this in a couple of different ways. You can tap on customize and you can make it tinted, and you can change the colors if you want. So if you have an orange wallpaper, you can fine tune it like that. You can make it clear as well, which looks incredible. When you tap on it, it will obviously not be clear because it will take you to Apple Calendar, but it will look really cool. And then obviously, if you tap on default, it will change between, for example, if you go on dark mode, it will turn black, or if you turn on light mode, it will turn white. Now this is the up next widget, which will basically keep track of your upcoming events and meetings within the same day. But there is another one, which is the list view, which is also an extremely large one, which will basically show you all of the upcoming dates. So for example, I had nothing really planned for tomorrow, so there was only a concert that I had to go to, but instead here it will basically give me, for example, that on Thursday I do have a meeting with Yama, for example, a dinner with Lucas, which this one is fake, but you get the point. You've got this one, which is all of the upcoming, and this one, which is basically a view for that specific day. A really useful tip that I can give you is a lot of people actually do this right here. They've got the up next, and they also add the list view right here. So they've got both of them. They know exactly what's happening today and all of the upcoming days as well. Now, apart from the iPhone, the Apple Watch also did get a little bit of love inside of the calendar. It got a brand new feature that seems very small, but it's definitely very useful. So if you go inside of the month view, for example, this is August right here, Apple has added these little dots that if you've got multiple events, like for example on day 15 and day 13, they will show up and provide you information, basically letting you know that you've got things that day. For example, if I go on the 12th, I've got nothing added in my calendar on the 12th. Instead, if I tap on the 11th, if I scroll down, I do have an event, which is basically a concert that I'm going to night. Definitely a very small change, but definitely a very useful one. And also the calendar that the Apple Watch is showing you are basically the event types, meaning the actual calendar. For example, yellow is my personal. Apart from the Apple Watch, Apple CarPlay also has some really useful use cases, and obviously, especially with Apple's new Siri AI. Let me show you. Siri can also take action now. So you can ask things like, what was that restaurant that I recommended Robert? And can you take me there with Apple Maps?
You recommended tofu to Robert. I can take you there now.
Take me there, please.
Getting directions to tofu.
And there you go. It opened Apple Maps by itself. It found the messages instead of iMessage. And as you can see, I didn't even have to tap start. It's just directly, it knows that I'm inside of the car and it's taking me right away. That's truly the power of Siri AI inside of CarPlay. So as you can see, there was a lot that Apple added in Apple Calendar in iOS 27. Now there's a lot more features in iOS 27 beyond Apple Calendar. You can tap on this video right here if you want to discover everything that it can do, or if you want to know a video just about Siri AI and all the potential that it can do for your daily life, you can tap on this video right here. If you learned something new, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.